How did I get here? Today, I'm at K Supplies. They've let me come into their place because we're talking about grinders. This is a grinder, sander, depending what attachment it's got with it. It's one of the most common used tools in fabrication, I thought. And everyone gets issued one when they get into a workshop, but nobody really shows anybody how to work it. So what I'm going to do is run through the basic installation and the safe procedure of how to use it. For this, I'm going to put you in apprentice view because you can't see anything over there. Are you ready? Oh, you're here. You ready? Come a bit close and have a quick look at this. This is what we get in a box when we get a sander or a grinder, however we call it. This is 110. You can tell that. It comes in 240 also. First thing we do with a grinder, this is his guard. Definitely need to put this on. It's a simple procedure. It slots on like this. Turn it. If you're right-handed, you probably want it there. If you're left-handed, you probably want it there. Select the position you want. Then all we do, it's got a little grub screw, as you can see there, little self-tightening screw, and that just puts a little pressure on the clamp, stops it moving. Stage 1. Stage 2, this is the bottom mounting bracket, I'll call it. It's got a little bit of a cutout in it, a little bit of I won't say a slot, I'd say it's more like a pocket, but that locates nicely onto this here, as you can see. So that should just go straight on there, he says. That's located. That's nice and tight. You can see how the shaft is turning when I turn it. That is how it should be. We then locate his disc. The disc slides on under the guard and goes over the shaft. We don't want to put it on like that and tighten it on. It locates in its own little place, own little shoulder. We can run it around. Oh, there we go. It runs round. It's in place. Locking nut, quite simple. It goes on top. I put the flat side down so it grips that. The other side is for a different size disc. You see it's a little step. We put that on there, it'll create a gap, and in fact, I'll show you. I put the wrong side down. When it's tightened, it doesn't tighten up. So we need to make sure we get the right side to it. Make sure you get the right flat side to it if we're using this particular disc. It goes on, slides on. On the rear, there's a button. Press this button in, and when we turn it, it'll click. Did you hear it click? That locks everything in position. This locks this shaft in position. As you can see, I can turn that now. Then we get this peg spanner. It's called a peg spanner because it's got little pegs on it. Every box comes with them, and they're universal. They tend to fit everybody. Peg spanner in, tighten it up, finger off, ready to go. As most fabricators know, there's a little cheat to this. We press the button in and loosen it, and we can keep the button pressed in to tighten it. No peg spanner needed. Grinder, if you notice, it's got holes at the side, holes at both sides. This is for a handle. A handle is if you're doing heavy, serious grinding, or where the sander or grinder might twist, locates in one side or the other side, depending which hand you hold it with. As you can see, the guard is facing me, I'm holding that, so I'm quite safe behind there. I don't use a handle when I'm using it in the workshop, and when I'm deburring especially, when I'm polishing, I find it gets in the way. When holding a grinder is heavy here, and when it's rotating, it's got a gyroscopic effect, so it kind of moves on its own. We never want to hold it here, because the weight and the gyroscopic effect will move it around, and it's not very stable. Want to grip it, I like to grip it tight at the top, my thumb near the on-off switch. The on-off switch is the most important bit on this machine, because it turns it on and it turns it off. This switch is spring-loaded, naturally, so you've got to push it in and put it in place to turn it on. I won't say a dead man switch, but it's got a bit of a trigger finger on it. So we press it, it clicks off really, really quick. So once it's on, we want to then hold the thumb near to turn this off whenever we need to. A little bit tricky to put it on, it's nice, but we'll hold it tight, and easy access to turn it off when we need to. And that is a grinder, essentially, basic grinder. All grinders come with one of these. It's an instruction manual, and it's also a warranty. Most manufacturers of grinder, whichever grinder you get, will extend the warranty if you get in touch with them. So it's always worth doing. But what most fabricators do, and most people do with it, is that. Obviously can't mention one of these without mentioning health and safety. I don't want to sound like that guy, But I've had stuff in my eyes, I've cut my hands. You can't believe the stuff that happened to me. In fact, check this video out.
Your finger's going black. Yeah.
I like to use a mask, a full face mask, for a couple of reasons. One, visibility. Two, it doesn't mist up as much. And also, it stops any kind of shrapnel and bits of sparks that are flying over, getting in my face. Because even though it's not going to blind me in my face, it's just really uncomfy and not very nice. And we all do this, don't we? Ah, something in my eye, shit, I'll put my goggles on. Too late then, it's too late. So put it on beforehand. It stops a lot of the heartache and also fix these. We'll get one set of them. Gloves, always good to put on. Sparks, bits of things flying around. And also, if we're going for a leather option, gives you a bit more protection, especially if we're doing some grinding. So gloves, depending on what we're doing. For me, I like to wear an apron, especially when doing a lot of heavy grinding. Sparks are generally bench area. Cuttings, that generally bench area. It's all around here. This is where the damage happens. So I like to wear an apron, even doing a lot of grinding. If I'm not wearing an apron, I will wear overalls. Because if I wear loose clothing, this is what can happen. As you can see, apron underneath there. If I didn't have that, it just grazed my skin. So, ultra safe. Definitely no loose clothing. We definitely don't want loose clothing. Get rid of them. Nice and tight. No, guys, I don't want to wear an apron, but overalls work just as well. Or an awareness of loose clothing. We all know what happens. So I hope that's helped. That gives a basic rundown of a basic grinder and basic PPE for it all. Next time, I'll look at something a little bit more interesting. So thanks again at K Supplies. Much appreciated for letting me come into your place and showing people the grinders. No doubt I'm going back down again because they've got a range of other kit in there I want to try and show everybody. So thanks again to K Supplies and see you later.